Scrum is an empirical process framework for building complex products. You may ask, what's the difference between a framework and a method? Imagine someone handing over an under construction house to you with foundations and pillars built but nothing else. You have something to start with, but you can't begin living in this building without walls, rooms, etc. You have been given some guidelines to follow while building the house based on your location. You have the choice of creating beautiful rooms and fantastic living space. How beautiful the house turns out to be depends on your taste and the decisions you make. That's framework for you. Another approach would be to build a house with everything and you can just move in. You have freedom of where you place your furniture, decors, etc. But you can't change the shape and size of the rooms. That's method for you. In other words, framework is like React.js and method is like an application like LinkedIn. So Scrum is a framework which can be used by product development teams to self-organize to solve complex and adaptive problems. Basically to build complex products. Scrum has 3 roles: a product owner, 3 to 9 developers, and a Scrum Master. A product owner is like a CEO of the product. They represent the business and users to the Scrum team. They are responsible for maximizing the value of the product. A developer in Scrum is anyone who contributes to the development of the product, like a programmer, a test engineer, build and release engineer, a technical architect, or a technical writer. They are called the development team and are responsible for turning the needs of the users to a solution that fulfills their needs. Scrum Master is a systems coach. They are responsible for maximizing the effectiveness of the Scrum team by helping them improve their system, like the processes and tools they use, the way teams are structured, how they interact with their interdependencies, organizational policies, etc. All 3 of them together are called a Scrum team. The Scrum framework also has 3 artifacts, 5 events, 5 values, and a set of rules. Let's take a quick look at the Scrum framework. Any product development starts with creating a product vision. Vision is an image of the future. Product owner collaborates with the stakeholders like users, buyers, sponsors, subject matter experts, and anybody who can contribute to the vision and crafts a product vision. The product owner does a competitor analysis to create a product positioning, promotion, and pricing strategy. Then user research is done to understand how users do their job today, pains they face in doing their job, and creatively come up with a list of product features to solve their problems. This list in Scrum is called as a product backlog. Product owner then works with sponsors to understand the revenue and margin goals to prioritize the product backlog such that the features which solve the user's problem while helping the business succeed. The market research, user research, and business model design together are called as product discovery. Scrum does not prescribe how you do the discovery. Also remember, in case of complex products, you don't want to spend too much time in discovery as it's an ongoing activity. Product backlog is one of the primary Scrum artifacts. Each item in the product backlog is called a product backlog item or PBI. Each of these items could be a functional requirement, a non-functional requirement, a defect, an enhancement, change request, or anything that impacts the product goes into this product backlog. The whole Scrum team, the product owner, development team, and the Scrum Master then collaborates to add details to the top priority product backlog items. This activity is called as a product backlog refinement. The purpose of this activity is to have just enough details for PBIs for first few sprints. This is an ongoing activity which Scrum suggests should happen every sprint. Then comes the sprint. A sprint is a time box. If you go back in history, it's like how wars were time boxed from sunrise to sunset. During those ancient times, two warring groups used to fight from sunrise to sunset. Then take the time off to reflect on how the progress was made and also reflect back on how they waged wars. A sprint is something like that when you are building solutions to complex problems. Sprints are short, safe-to-fail experiments to uncover problem-solution fit iteratively. The goal of the sprint is to build a product increment that will help the product teams understand if they are building the right product. Whether you call it sprint 0 or 1, Federer or Nadal, the goal of the sprint is always to build a working product.